Hello, and welcome to WJCM Radio. Today I want to talk about Job Corps. You see, I went to Job Corps in 1969, graduated in 1971. Now, I'm an inner city kid, no high school diploma, didn't know how to read. And then in 1964, Job Corps was born. And we didn't find out about it until the late 60s. But when I did, I quickly signed up for it because I wanted anything better than Harlem. And so I did. When I arrived at Fort Totten in Bayside, Queens, it was beautiful. Manicured lawns, had our own beach on the Hudson River. It was beautiful. Now, I wanted to be a radio broadcaster, but I didn't have a high school diploma and couldn't read. Job Corps helped me change that. It helped me change that. I left Job Corps and went on to college, went on to broadcasting school, and I got that job working in several radio stations. But I'll never forget when I went to Job Corps. The first thing they taught us was the Job Corps mantra, which was, "We did it with Job Corps muscle." Now, what that means is there's a muscle in your neck called the cerebrum muscle. And that muscle, it controls your learning ability and your memory ability. So Job Corps adopted that muscle and they changed the name of it to Job Corps muscle. So to us, that's what it was, Job Corps muscle. It supervised our learning and our memory ability. That was the Job Corps way. That is why they changed that. That is why they adopted that. And we embraced it. Not to mention the fact that they drilled it into our head. I mean, when we lay down at night and close our eyes, our residential advisor, he made us recite that until he was satisfied. He would say, "And we did it." And we had to say the whole barracks, "With Job Corps muscle." He said, "Say it like you mean it, with Job Corps muscle." And he kept right on. And I gotta tell you, it was chilling to hear the whole barracks repeatedly say that and getting louder and louder. It was chilling. It had a way of cutting right through your bones. And then we open our eyes in the morning and he'd start all over with that again. We go downstairs to breakfast in the morning and then the chef would come out and he would start it. And the whole dining hall is saying, "With Job Corps muscle." And he was like, "Say it like you mean it." And I mean, they're gonna do it at least 3 times. We never had to say it one time and leave it alone. It was always at least 3. Then we went to our vocational class. The professor, he started it. Your academic teacher, she started it. In other words, the director, if he saw you on campus and he said to you, "And we did it," you could be by yourself. And you had to answer him with Job Corps muscle. That's the Job Corps way. First you learn it, then you memorize. That's the Job Corps way. And I did that for 2 years. And when I graduated, I didn't want to leave. I loved it there. It was different. It was positive. And so I promised Job Corps that when I leave, I will sing your praises. I will always sing your praises to whoever would listen. And if you don't listen, I will still be singing your praises to this day. I'm still singing Job Corps' praises. In fact, that's what my radio station means. WJCEM Radio is with Job Corps muscle. That is what WJCEM means for this radio station. So I promised Job Corps that whoever would listen, I'm going to praise you. And so now I'm getting ready to take this radio station to another level. I've created an email address for this station. WJCEM Radio numeric 12 at Gmail. I created a phone number, 984-340-0271. And I encourage you to participate in the radio station. You could call in and talk to me about whatever you want to talk about. I want this radio station to be a community radio station, to have means that could help this community. And if you have any ideas for this radio station, hey, we embrace that too. The thing that I want to try to do is try to reach our youth. I want to try to give them a purpose like I had to find. Let's help them find their way. Let's let them know that, the streets ain't all it's cracked up to be. There's a better way. And you could do that by emailing me or just calling me. And if you want me to air an episode, I'll air it. If you don't want that episode aired, it won't get aired. I look forward to hearing from you, WJCM Radio. Until we meet again, radio family, be kind to one another.